So switch over. I'm gonna get into just some city, just top five players in different cities have come out in different cities. The DMV is my hometown area, so I'm gonna speak on who my personal opinion of the top five DMV NBA players of all time that I've seen. Now, a guy that um, isn't on this list, but again, I didn't grow up watching or seeing Adrian Dantley. I didn't see him play. I know he's an NBA Hall of Famer. I'm not trying to disrespect or whatever, as people say, or anything like that. Uh, but he's not on the list because I didn't uh, grow up watching him or seeing him play. So he's not on the list. He's not on this list. But nonetheless, get right into it. Starting with Kevin Durant, KD, um, greatest player in the DMV area of all time, hands down. Um, Flat out, just to me, probably the greatest scorer of all time. Just overall, just what he can do offensively on the court, like he's the greatest to me of all time. Um, and score in any which way, um, any way that you think that is possible. Kevin Durant can do it. On the perimeter, post up, get to the rim, uh, elite free throw shooter. Uh, you know, I'm just a big fan of his game. He has all the skills um, that can pay the bills on the court. So, go, first starting with KD, then I gotta go Carmelo Anthony. Uh, another offensive juggernaut, a guy who could score any which way on the court. Really good with the post up game. Um, they plays that as they say, that bully ball type of thing. There's a great overall score, one of the greater overall scores in this league. To me, probably a top five, definitely top 10 scorer of all time, in my opinion, in terms of the versatility of what he can do offensively on the court. I think is, why I would say he's in that category for me. But Melo, uh, just a great player. Um, Big fan of Melo. Then I'm gonna go with Steve Francis. Steve Francis, the franchise, um, dynamic player. Uh, he could do it all. Off the dribble, he had to handle uh, the hops. He was, kind of like the first Ja Morant type of thing. Like in terms of his game is, very similar to Ja Morant's. Uh, he had a jumper, he could shoot it. Uh, Point guard who really didn't have any flaws in his game in his prime when he was playing. Really dynamic. So yeah, Steve Francis. Then I'm gonna go with Victor Oladipo, a guy I went to high school with, so I kind of I seen him play um, at the lower ranks, and just been a super hard worker. He deserved to be where he turned out to be. I think the NBA kind of has, um, if I had to say, maybe politicked him out or something. I don't know why he's not still in the league. Should still be in the league. I think he's a guy who could, be very productive on a team. You know what I'm saying? If you give him the quality opportunity, but um, you know, dynamic could got the athleticism, um, really great slasher, jumper, has a pretty good jump shot. That's something that he really worked on um, over the years, and he became a very quality shooter in his career. So yeah, Victor, I have to put him up there fourth on my list, and then last I gotta go with Mike Beasley, just another guy who's just a dynamic scorer, could score anywhere on the court. Um, there's no stopping him when it comes to offensively. He's a flat out bucket, and you know, I think with Beasley, if he got the proper opportunity for franchise. When he first got in the league, he was playing behind D Wade, and then LeBron and Bosh and them came, so he wasn't able to really have that opportunity to be that franchise player as he rightfully deserved, being he was the second pick in the NBA draft behind Derrick Rose. I think you know Beasley could have been an all-star guy. You know what I mean? An all-star guy, could have made some all-star games because I said he had the offensive prowess to do so. Like if Beasley had that, that green light, you know, he could have been a 25 to 30 point player um, with multiple, 10 plus rebound type guy, a 25 and 10 guy in the league without question. You know what I'm saying? If he had that, the opportunity to do so. So that rounds out my list. Couple honorable mention guys I wanted to mention. Uh, Josh Selby. For guys who may or may not know, high school. I mean, he turned out to be the number one player. I remember he went to DeMatha Catholic, which was my high school that I went to. Um, I remember, was it his junior year? Um, I think he was ranked like top 30 or something like that, and he was ranked top 30, and I remember, we would do the pickup runs and stuff like that, and I just remember this guy just dominating everybody on the court, just and 1 3s from like way beyond the 3-point line, dunking on people, facilitating, getting assists, everything. He was doing it all. Um, and I was like, this guy gotta be the best player in the country, because I don't know. I mean, the way what he's doing, I don't see anybody who can mess with this dude. And lo and behold, like by the next year, he was Rival's number one player like in the country. And like I vividly remember this. Like I remember watching this guy during the runs dominating everybody. Like I mean, utter domination. Like this was everybody. This where everybody else was at. He was just like right here, like just way beyond everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think his situation, why he it didn't translate in the NBA or whatever. I don't really know too much of but I can just speak on his game. Brother could hoop. Brother could hoop his butt off. Like those who know. Josh Selby was a dog. Um, he was a problem, man. That brother could freaking score the hell out of the basketball. So yeah, Josh Selby. Then I gotta go Ty Lawson. Another dynamic guy, point guard. Um, Carolina, national championship, came to the league. Denver Nuggets. Um, another guy who was, undersized but dynamic, played bigger than his size. He was Ty Lawson is like 5'9", 5'10", something like that. Um, but play, like I said, he played bigger than his size, man. If he was 6'2", 6'3", he would have been a perennial all-star for sure. Um, he could have made some all-star games while he was, in the league. He was just playing out west. There was a lot of, great guards at that time. But Ty Lawson, and then lastly, for my honorable mentions, I'd say Rudy Gay. Um, a guy who, played well at the collegiate level at UConn, came in the league, had multiple 20-point per game seasons. Um, you know, could do it. Very versatile forward in the league. Had a long career. Um, you know, had some really big games in his career. Hit some big shots as well. Um, one I believe he did against Miami, against like over LeBron or something like that, like a last second jump. So yeah, so that closes it out for me. My top 5 DMV players of all time.